Folks, thanks for joining us. Today we're going to be removing this tub drain, and some people call it a basket. It's just a regular drain on the bathtub. And the way we're going to do that is replacing it with a new one here. The first thing I'm going to do is make sure I have all my tools. I have Plumbers putty here. I have the new drain that we're going to replace it with. I have one of the tools that is able to remove that, but here's another tool. I like to use this one better. I think it just grips better at the bottom. They all have like this T-like design at the bottom. As you can see, here it is. And I just think it just grips better. By example, I'm going to show you how this one operates when it's on there. Okay, so it has to fit in there, and so I can already see this one doesn't even fit. All right, so I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to show you how this one works. So this one should fit really nicely. It grips that nice and tight. We have two different widths. Okay, so I know from experience, this one here fits really nice, and I'm able to remove the original one from the bathtub over there and then install the new one. Before I install the new one, we do need plumber's putty. And as you remember, when you were a kid, you used to play with that Play-Doh, right? So this essentially works the same. What you want to do is get some of this plumber's putty and create like a nice little length like that, okay? Cut off the excess, what I won't need here, and then this will create a nice seal between the new drain and then the tub itself. And then you're going to get a nice tight seal. So what is going to happen is this stuff is starting to ooze out of the sides over here. You'll see that in the next video. Let's go ahead and remove the original drain first. Okay, as mentioned, here we are at the bathtub drain. So here's this, and I want to turn this in the direction this way. So I'm going to make sure this fits. This doesn't fit quite yet. Please be patient with me. Here we go. So I know this is going to fit, right? So I'm going to turn it this way. And at some point, I'll be able to turn it by hand. It's coming out nice and easy. Okay. A couple more turns, and then you will see me removing this. So there it is. I can turn this by hand. Go ahead and finish that up. You can see some of the old putty from the last installation. And this is what I need a rag for. So I'm going to remove this. Most of the time, this will come up with some hair attached to it, which is normal, which is the reason why bathtubs get clogged up. But in this case, we just want to show you that we can remove this and then how to install a new one. So, oh, there we go. Thanks for being patient. All right, I should be able to remove this. You see how easy that is? At least for me, to remove by hand. You see all this old stuff coming up. So this is one style. This is metal, and then this has some type of plastic, nylon, and insert that will remove. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this up really well. That's what I need a rag for, and make sure nothing is in there, and install the new one. Okay, let's go ahead and clean this up really well. Okay. Okay, I'm going to clean the rest of this, and I'll be back. Okay, as you can see, I have that putty installed under that drain, and now I'm going to go ahead and set this in the right place. So I want to hand install this, and install it by hand, right? So I get it in the right threading, and you want to get this in correctly because you don't want to put it in the wrong way, and then you ruin the threading on the drain. So I think that's about right. So now I'm going to go ahead and use my tool. Okay, I want to feel that I'm doing this correctly. By hand, I shouldn't have to struggle. It should go in there nicely. So I'm going to push pause, hand tighten this all the way. I'm going to take over with the pliers. Okay, as mentioned, when you tighten this up by hand and you grab your vice grips or pliers and you pinch this right here, clamp it, and you turn it, and you'll start seeing this excess plumber putty come off. That's real easy to remove, just like this. So you want to clean that up. Let me do that next. Okay, as you can see, that's in now. Now all you got to do is clean up all this little excess and then install my drain plug. And that's it. That's how you do this. Let's install a drain plug. Alright, drain plug is installed. And that's how you open it so water can go through, and close it to stop it.